Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and YouTube. Hello. Welcome to the first, official vlog of the AV Club YouTube channel. This is going to be a fun one. We got a baseball trip coming up, and it's going to be very excited. It is currently 9:41 here on Saturday, July 11th. 12th of 2024. And tonight we are going to St. Louis to go watch the Chicago Cubs play the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, I'm repping my Cubs gear already because the Cubs are going to smoke them after sweeping the Orioles. So yeah, come join me on this awesome journey. We're going to have a lot of fun. Well, we are finally about to leave as it is 11:05. And I logged in at 9 something. And we got about 30 seconds away before my dad already had to turn back and get something that he forgot. But we're about to be on our way. LifeLock because your personal info is endless places that can expose you to identity thieves. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. Your identity. You think that's where the Battlehawks play? Dude, it is the America Center. Our journey to the first game of this fun trip starts right now. We're on our way to the beautiful, hope to be beautiful, don't know what it actually looks like, Busch Stadium. Seeing tons of Cubs fans here. Of course, we see Cardinals fans as well. This is the rivalry game, right? These two teams are big rivals. Yeah, here's Pops. We're both sporting our pinstripes. Oh, yep, home pinstripes. So our hotel, which is bougie as hell, I don't feel like we should be there. It's an athletic club, but it's like 0.6 miles away from the stadium, so it's gorgeous. So it's a 14-minute walk. We're about to be on our way there. Game starts at 7:10. And let me tell you something, you guys. You might be able to see it, but the arch just looks over the whole city. It's so freaking cool. Oh, update you when we get to the field. So I'm going to be totally honest here. First impressions of this field. This is nice. This is a very, very nice field. I love how it's all brick and it's got the coloring of it. It looks like it's brand new, but obviously it's been around for a while. The area surrounding it is super cool. Their entry gates are awesome as well. I think it's game time though. Well, not really, but oh, I can't wait. Lunchbox of mine. So after exploring the stadium for a good amount of time, we have finally found our spots. And I'll tell you something. I don't care that we're technically on the third level. These are some sweet seats. And the sun's behind us.
luckily. You guys gotta see this view, it's great. How about that, huh? Right against the rail. Here it is. Busch Stadium in St. Louis. And then obviously, look out there. There's the arch and all of its glory. Quite an amazing view, to say the least. Beautiful.
Well, we are back from the game, and the Cubs ended up winning 5-1. It was an awesome game. They almost blew it at the end. They had the bases loaded, and we had a pitcher that got injured, and then guy came in and saved it, but then we had another bad pitcher that had bad outing by just walking up tons of people. It was a whole deal. But regardless, we win game one of the series, this rivalry between the Cubs and the Cardinals. Review of that stadium, great old, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. That was a beautiful stadium. It turns out it is pretty new. It is a year younger than I am, and I'm 18. So that was kind of like an interesting perspective to put on it. That stadium was just so beautiful. It was honestly incredibly beautiful. And the outfield with all the city buildings and then the arch in the corner, I mean, that was a nice stadium. Now we are headed to bed, and we are going to get up maybe at 8 or 7 to hit the road for our longest part of the road trip yet. Just over 5 hours from my house to here was just under 5 hours. So we're going to Cincinnati next. The game is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's an afternoon game. Where the Cincinnati Reds will be playing the Miami Marlins. So they're not expecting a huge crowd there, but that Cincinnati stadium is got these two giant pillars out in right field, and I can't wait to see them. So we're staying at the Missouri Athletic Club. They want you to wear like collared shirts, except on game days. So luckily we were here for game day, because otherwise we would have been toast. We didn't bring anything remotely. Yeah, I'm having a blast so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this journey with me. And this is day one. Tony saying good night.
Well, we are on the road to Cincinnati. We got up at around like 7:30. Got ready, packed up, hit the road right away. It's currently 9:21, and we just got our breakfast, good old McDonald's breakfast. I got myself the pancakes, big breakfast. So we're headed to Cincinnati to watch the Reds play the Marlins. This is the longest drive, just over 5 hours. Well, it was like 5 hours on the dot, actually. 5 hours on the dot, and we have been on the road right now for about 45 minutes or so. So we still got a long ways to go. And the game time is 4:15. All right. Very excited for this game. Don't know who I'm cheering for. I think I'll be cheering for both sides, just for all the action that's possible, you know. So that's my game plan for the day, and can't wait.
So we've made it. We have made it to the Great American Ballpark, home of the Cincinnati Reds. You can see the stadium right behind me. It is hotter than hell, for starters, but luckily I think our seating will be in the shade, which will be really nice. Yet to see the full field. We caught a glimpse of it, and it's just as you know, obviously seeing all the clips and stuff, and I got to get a sneak peek of those two pillars I've been talking about, those steamboat-esque things. So lots of open space so far, all like the fan activities and stuff like that. We're currently sitting on top of some batting cages for fans. There's a wiffle ball little field behind us, and without a doubt the cityscape around us is insane. There's a sweet bridge right over in front of me, and yeah, it's a nice stadium. It's a nice stadium. Comparing it, I cannot compare it to Busch Stadium yet. That's without a doubt. Got to see more of it, and of course, got to witness the game, witness the atmosphere. So we're not expecting much of a crowd today, for it is the Miami Marlins. Sorry, all you Marlins fans, but yeah, I'm repping my Cubs hat, but I'm wearing a red shirt, and my dad's wearing our hometown team bucket hat, but maybe it can go off as the as Alabama, college team of Alabama. So yeah, sweet view behind us. Next up is the game. We're finding our seats, actually.
Well, I didn't get to record when we found our seats, but it is now the end of the game. We are waiting to get out of the parking garage, and that was quite an amazing game. Total of, Cincinnati decided that they were going to host their own home run derby today. So the Reds had 6 themselves, and then the Marlins had 2. So the final score was 10-6, I believe, which was pretty crazy. That was a very nice stadium. It was super cool. I think the atmosphere of that place was one of the best as well. There wasn't many people there, but anyone who showed up was all in for the activities. They had tons of like pyrotechnics and stuff, which was super sweet, especially the ones that came out of the old old steamboat chimneys, I guess you could call them. I don't know if they have an exact, probably do have this exact terminology. But with that being said, we are now headed to our hotel, which is going to be about halfway from here and Detroit, because Detroit is our last stop. And that's tomorrow, where we will have our game of the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Detroit Tigers in Detroit. And we're sitting in the outfield for that one, so that'll be a different kind of perspective on the game. We're bringing our gloves because Shohei Ohtani will be there. And so today was just a great day. We were in the sun for like the first 2 innings, but then in and out of the shade, but we just stayed hot the entire time. Yeah, we cooled off a little bit, but it was good. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about the game. Good morning, everybody, as we are on our way to Detroit. We just had breakfast at Waffle House, my first Waffle House experience, and I'm glad it wasn't at night. Instead, it was in the morning, obviously. I got myself a waffle and chunked hash browns, which is terminology for hash browns with chunks of ham in them. And what did you get? You got like smothered, covered, chunked, and diced. When she was reading that off, they were like, "Okay, I got it." I was like, "How do you even know what that is?" So we have about a just under 2-hour drive, right? 2-hour drive to Detroit, where for like around 1 o'clock game time of the Tigers versus the Dodgers. Have to bring our gloves to this game, for we have seats out in the outfield, and I'm hoping Shohei will see my bright orange shirt and hit one right to me. So that'd be sweet. Wearing orange to blend in with the Tigers fans, since orange is like a little bit of their team colors. It just peeks out a little bit. But this is definitely a McLaren shirt that I'm wearing. But the nice thing is that if it stays overcast as it is right now throughout the game, we won't be sweating much. But if it isn't, it'll be hot. It'll be a hot one, and luckily this is probably the most breathable shirt that I have. So we are on the road to Detroit, and we'll be there in about 2 hours.
Well, we have made it to our hotel after a very exciting ending to the Tigers game. Didn't think it was like a very average game for the most part, and then ultimately ended in a walk-off against the Dodgers, which was a blast. It was really good. The guy had a leadoff triple, and then there was like multiple bunts in a row, and then a really terrible toss by the Dodgers, and the guy just stood up on third and just booked it to home. And then all of a sudden, it was a Tigers win after the Dodgers led for the entire game because they scored. Pretty sure they scored 3 in the first, and then that's what they ended with. So that was crazy. But we have checked into our hotel here in Detroit, and then we're going to go get some food. And then tomorrow we hit the road to go back home. That's it for all the games today, for this trip, I should say. So, yeah, what a blast. What a game. Pretty darn sweet. And just like that, the trip is over in a blink of an eye. But my goodness, was that a ton of fun. We've gone to St. Louis, we've gone to Cincinnati, and we've gone to Detroit. Visited all the MLB parks there, no matter who was playing, since I am a Cubs fan. And no, this is not the exact same shirt I was wearing when I was in this location 3 days ago. So you're like, he's wearing the same thing. It's all a hoax. Obviously not. Yeah, that was just if you didn't know, that was my graduation present from my parents for graduating high school back in like early June, and now we're doing it, and it was a blast and a half. So I know I'm going to show this to my parents later, but if they ever see it down in the future as well, thank you guys so much. Love you both, and thank you, Dad, for going along on this trip with me, being my +1 and driving me around, being all right with me sleeping in the car, because I kind of have like some narcolepsy when it comes to cars. I'm not actually diagnosed with narcolepsy, but I just sleep every time I'm in a car. It was a blast, though. I want to thank all of you guys for coming on this journey with me. I hope you've enjoyed this recap, and if you would like to see me do more vlogs whenever I'm on a trip, I can't say it'll be often, but when I do, I will record if you guys want. So yeah, that's it. We're back home in Wisconsin. So just like that, it's over. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Deuces.